Thank you and good afternoon. How about this shirt? This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. Let's go through the starting lineups. For the first time, the Royals are in the playoffs for the first time since 2015. And the last time they made it to a wild card was 2014, 10 years ago. Let's hope they can repeat that again. The Royals took it all the way to the World Series in 2014 and lost in 7 games. In 15, they would take it all the way to the World Series and win against the Mets. The Royals dropped the series in 15, the World Series, to the Giants. Now let's look over the Royals starting rotation for the game. Today it will be Cole Reagans, Seth Lugo, if necessary in Game 3, Michael Wacha. Let's look at the starting lineups. Michael Massey will lead it off and play second. Second batter, Bobby Witt Jr., the best shortstop in the game. 32 homers, 109 RBIs, 31 stolen bases. Probably finishes third and second MVP. Vinny Pasquantino returns injured for the last 4 days. He's the most important player in the Royals lineup. He only had 19 home runs, but sadly played a while, 4 more weeks than he did. The Royals lost 7 in a row right when he came back. Batting fourth will be Salvador Perez. Fifth, Julio Garces. He's not my wish, but he's playing. Hunter Renfroe would be my wish if he could play first base, although that's yet to be proven. They should have done this a little earlier if that's what they wanted to do. MJ Melendez, Hunter Renfroe. He had 26 points on the batting average over Hunter Renfroe did. Melendez did hit 2 more home runs. Melendez has always been the Royals player they want to fix. I'd rather have Hunter Renfroe out there. Tommy Pham bats 7th. He's been a good hitter and a surprise for the Royals, I think a little bit, for just the last 6 weeks. Center fielder Kyle Isbell, who plays well out in right field, I think he's a good hitter for an 8th batter. Third base, Miguel Garcia, I was hoping he would be better by this time around. He's one of the only Royals players that has underachieved, along with MJ Melendez. Also, I forgot to add, is also very slow. Daniel Lynch has been better. I'm not sure I trust him, but he's been better. Chris Bubic out of the bullpen, I trust him a lot more than I did out of the starting rotation. Josh Schreiber, he's been pretty good. Brady Singer, we'll see what he can do out of the bullpen, at least for the first 3 games. We'll see if he starts in a game in the next series if the Royals win. I don't trust Michael Lorenzo or Angel Zerpa. Michael Lorenzo is day-to-day. He should not be in the starting rotation for the playoffs. Now we'll go over some key players for the Orioles. Corbin Burnes is the best starter for the Orioles. You have to give them the leg up over Cole Reagans. But the last 2, you have to give the Orioles the leg up. Zach Eflin and Dana Kramer are better than... Zach Kramer is better. Dean Crane is also better. After the Game 1, the Royals have the advantage on the rotation. Now let's look at the Orioles starting lineup. Batting first, Gunnar Henderson, who's not a normal leadoff guy. He's got 37 players. Bobby Witt went Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar Henderson, best young shortstop among the top 10. Jordan Wigmeyer, second baseman. Anthony Strader has 44 home runs. Ryan Madkosel has 13, but he can clash some. Anthony Rushman has 19. Colton Cora has 24. Cedric Mullins has 18. They're going to hit the ball out of the ballpark. The Royals don't have that typical power. They never really do. With them being a small market team and all that stuff, They seem to have the move the line players, so the Royals are going to have to rely on base hits to win the series. All 3 games are in Baltimore. A little of Sam Vaughn smack. I think they should play at home at least 1 game for the Royals, just because it would be more fair. But you can give me an argument on both sides. That's Sam Vaughn smack. One reason for the other side would be you want to get all games in there in 3 days and all of them be at home. But I think they give them enough break anyways. Catcher advantage Royals, first baseman advantage O's, second baseman advantage O's, third baseman, surprising to me, the Royals. Shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. gets the edge, left fielder Orioles, center fielder Orioles, right fielder Orioles. The Orioles outfielder is much better. Designated hitter Orioles, starting rotation Royals. It's the Royals finishing better in the bullpen. They will also have Lucas Erceg to close. Felix Bautista will close for the O's. The first pitch for the first time in 9 years, Cole Wiggins versus Corbin Bones, is at 3:08. Pitchers warming up. Hopefully we'll get done with this podcast by then. Here's a link to the website I use. Now going on to the series for the Tigers and Astros. The Tigers, the best team, lead 3-0. The best team since the last month. Spencer Torkelson has been good at first base. He's filled a role for Javier Baez. He's done good. Trent Sweeney fills the role of Javier Baez. He's done well. Kerry Carpenter, right fielder, also good. Corbin Burns, right fielder. Jose Altuve, second baseman. Yordan Alvarez, best DH in the game. Alex Bregman, third base. Garner Diaz, DH. Game time is 1:30 from Houston. Starting pitchers were Skubal, who's still on the mound. He hasn't allowed to run in the first 4 innings. Astros had former Framber Valdez, who's had some good postseason numbers. But Hector Neris is now on the mound for the Astros again, 3-0 top 5. Go back to the baseball. It'll be the Braves and Padres. Josh Hader at the closer position and Robert Suarez at the closer position at closing pitchers. Key players: Michael King, going to be Luis Servato for the Mets, and it's going to be Freddie Peralta for the Brewers. Key player Francisco Lindor. Second baseman Jose Iglesias for the Mets. Pete Alonso. Starting pitcher Luis Silva. For the Brewers, it's Willie Costrez, Willie Adams. Shortstop has 32 homers. Ryan Hopkins, also a player to watch out for. The Braves 193. The Mets 189. Luis Cervez, and we'll go for the Mets, and for the Brewers, it'll be Freddie Peralta. Game time is due. And for the Padres and Braves, it'll be Michael King and A.J. Smith-Shawver will go for the Braves. He's only started 1 game this regular season. Let's see how he does for the Braves. That's a total wild card. They didn't have Chris Sale, so they couldn't go with the Cy Young Award winner. They couldn't go with them yesterday either, as they clinched via the split doubleheader, which made the Braves and Mets clinch. Josh Hader will be a closer to watch out for. Robert Suarez for the Padres. Key players: Marcel Ardez, DH. Matt Olson, first baseman. Key player for the Padres: Manny Machado, Luis Arraez, Kyle Haggison, and Donovan Solon. He hit 40 homers this year. Xavier Bogarts, who's not the player he once was, but still is a key part. Game time is at 7:30. Braves have Robert Suarez and Ruben Gulas at ERA. Again, game time 7:30. Now, hopefully, we'll get to the Chiefs more on, and maybe we'll squeeze in some mental health tomorrow. That's Sam Vaughn Sports on baseball.